So, I'm Sarah Juliana Willes, and this is my book report. I'm going to make quite of a review about the book called The Physician or Der Medicus that was published in 1986 by Noah Gordon. Now, the story is basically about a boy called Rob J. Cole who was born in England in the 11th century, and his lifetime fight with death that made him travel all across Europe so he could study medicines and defeat death once for all. So the story actually begins with the death of Rob's mother, because when she was dying, he could actually feel the death inside her, and was a really big shock. And from then on is when his fight with death began. Just a few days later, after his mother died, his father died too, probably because of the loss of his wife. But then Rob and his brothers became orphans. Rob faced a really big danger of becoming a slave, but she was fortunately accepted as the assistant of a barber surgeon. A barber surgeon were the ones who in that time healed the common people. They were not physicians, but they knew how to take care of the basic things, like a cold or a rotten finger, and those kinds of common things. So, in the next few years, Rob became his assistant, and he knew the art of healing and also the art of entertaining. But after Barber died, Barber was how the tutor of Rob made him call him. He realized that even he couldn't heal all the things, and he needed to fight stronger if he wanted to defeat death. Later he got to know a Jew who was an actual physician, and he studied in a university that was near Toledo. And he also talked to Ram about a university that was in Isfahan in Persia, and it was like the best university where you could study medicine. But the Christians were definitely not allowed there because there was a Muslim land, and even a Muslim could bear the Jews' presence. If a Christian appeared there, he was going to be murdered. But he wanted to learn medicine so badly that it was like his biggest dream that he didn't even care, and he decided to transform himself, at least in appearance, as a Jew so he could study there. So he begins a big journey all across Europe, from London to Constantinople, so he could study. He traveled in a part with a group of Jew traders, and there was when he learned how to appear like a Jew. In the journey, he also got to know Mary Margaret Cullen, that was red hair, and was a girl that was near from England, so she actually spoke English. And his father was looking for some exotic ships, and that's why he was traveling to the east. But the point is that they finally fell in love. But when Mary's father came to propose the marriage to Rob, he absolutely, he said no, because he had other plans. So he preferred to study medicine instead of marrying the love of his life. And then he got to Isfahan. He managed to learn not only the art of medicine, the art of healing, he also learned philosophy and history, and he needed to memorize the Quran so he could graduate. But with great effort and dedication, he managed to become a physician in the Maristan. That was the name of the university. But life in Persia was not easy. Even if he managed to become a physician, there was like the plague that was constantly threatening the life of everyone around, and there was actually a town that was infested with the plague, and he had to go there and he tried to heal people, and he survived and some of his partners didn't, but he managed to make his life there, being a Christian with the appearance of a Jew in a Muslim land. But then he found Mary in that town, and he married her. And so he had everything. He managed to become a physician. He got the girl, and he even got some boys. But the worst, Persia, Isfahan specifically, was a place of wars. And with the Shah being murdered, and Ibsina, that was the greatest like physician in that time, that was also murdered, he had to leave, and he went back to his homeland in England and passed the rest of his life in a small town within the clan of his wife, and passed the rest of his life healing the people in that small town. Okay, I really loved the book. It was one of my favorites. Like, and it even made me wanted to study medicine, because all of the passion that you could feel in Rob, he trying to defy death, and he being able to feel death, and his fear from losing the people he loved, and lots of people he actually lost because of that, and all the happiness that he felt when he was able to cure or at least lessen the suffering of someone else. I think it's a really good history, and I think it's historically like correct. It has really good details about the life of the people in the Middle Ages, in England, or for it was in Persia, and it has a really big cultural charge. It was really diverse. It was, even if it was a book, it was really visually appealing, and you can feel all the things that were happening, and it's a story that involves you from the beginning till the end. You won't be able to move your eyes from that book until you finish the story, and I'm telling it to you because I'm not a really good reader. I'm a slow reader, and I finished that book like in 3 weeks. So, there's, for the ones that are really interested, no, it's a great book. It was actually a bestseller, and there was actually a film that was called The Physician, and I think that it was released in 2013, and I saw it not too long ago. It is on Netflix. And even if I think that the visuals on the movie were really good, I need to admit that it's like 1,000 light years apart from the story in the book. Like, I mean, Mary Margaret was no longer like a Christian. She was a Jew, and also was no longer Mary, but she was Rebecca. Like, I mean, like, Rebecca. But, well, I really liked the movie too, but I think for enjoying, like, really the story, you need to read the book. And it's okay. And I think, like, this is all. Thank you. I know I talk too much, and I know that I'm boring. And that's why if you see a subscribe button like right there, you won't hit it. Like, what do you think? Are you insane? This is our book report. And thanks, Johnny. I think I deserve 100.